United Oil and Gas hold 100% equity in the 22,400 square kilometre high-impact Walton Morant license, which covers much of the offshore area south of Jamaica. This is a truly world-class exploration license, with an excellent data set already in place thanks to the significant investment made to date. The license holds material prospectivity, with the high-graded Colibri prospect independently estimated to hold over 400 million barrels of mean recoverable resources. Beyond Colibri, the potential for nearly 7 billion barrels mid-case recoverable resources is recognized across additional prospects and leads identified on the license. The license also benefits from a supportive host government. With a 2-year license extension now secured, there is an opportunity to join United in completing a low-cost work program aimed at providing the final de-risking ahead of committing to an exploration well with the potential to unlock close to $20 billion of value. So, why do we believe that Jamaica is such a good place for exploration? Over $40 million of investment to date has delivered a high-quality data set, which has helped de-risk the identified prospectivity. This dataset has also confirmed the presence of the frontier-scale rewards potentially available. When we talk about the difference the data makes, you don't need to be able to interpret seismic to see the significant improvement in what can be revealed in the subsurface. The figures on the right show the uplift in image quality from vintage to recent data. This uplift gives us the ability to confidently map prospects, identify amplitude brightening events, and detect evidence of fluid migration. In any underexplored area, the key starting point has always been the presence of a viable source rock. In Jamaica, we see plenty of direct evidence for source rocks and migrated hydrocarbons in the form of outcrops, hydrocarbon shows in previously drilled wells, onshore and offshore oil seeps, and slick anomalies identified from satellite imaging. This ties in with what we would expect to see based on extensive regional studies, which show that Jamaica was well placed for the development of key Cretaceous source rocks, similar to those seen across the prolific basins of northern South America. As well as evidence for the presence of mature source rocks and migrated hydrocarbons, there is also compelling evidence for the presence of all the other play elements needed for a commercial discovery. The fact that the island of Jamaica was only recently uplifted and eroded means that onshore rock outcrops can tell us valuable information about their offshore equivalents. As a result, we have far more information about the subsurface of the offshore basins than might be expected given the low number of wells drilled to date. Very encouragingly, we have been able to identify and map excellent examples of source rocks, reservoirs, and seals. We therefore have lots of evidence that all the play elements needed are present in the offshore basins. From the recent seismic data, we can also see that there are numerous large structures present, giving us material prospects and excellent follow-on potential should there be an initial drilling success. The independently assessed and drill-ready Colibri prospect contains over 400 million barrels of recoverable oil in a mean case scenario, with an upside case of nearly 1 billion barrels. Gaffney Klein completed a review of just 11 of the identified prospects and leads on the license, which estimated a combined mean resource potential of 2.4 billion barrels. Additional prospectivity identified on legacy data and not included in the Gaffney Klein review suggests there could be over 7 billion barrels potential across the license. So clearly a prize well worth going after. The Walton Morant license also benefits from very favorable fiscal terms. There is a production sharing agreement in place that has excellent cost recovery mechanisms and which equates to a government take of around 40%. This compares very favorably to other countries in the region and indeed globally. Drilling costs for an initial well on the Colibri prospect have been independently estimated at $30 million, so a relatively low drilling cost, but with substantial potential returns possible. Perhaps not surprisingly given the size of the prospects identified, the success case economics are excellent. On a standalone basis, Calibri's mean case would generate an NPV of nearly $4 billion, with de-risked follow-on basin-wide potential approaching $20 billion. United was awarded a 2-year extension in January 2024 on the basis of a focused, cost-effective work program. The planned work program is designed to further de-risk the multi-billion-barrel potential identified through two key pieces of work. The first of these is a piston core survey, which will target specific spots on the seabed to sample them directly for the presence of hydrocarbons. A successful outcome would categorically demonstrate that hydrocarbons are migrating through the offshore basins and would substantially de-risk the presence of a mature, actively migrating source rock. Following on from that, a substantial seismic reprocessing program has been proposed. Recent technological advances could significantly improve the quality of the subsurface imaging on the 3D, and by integrating this with the existing 2D data, provide an integrated product on which to better quantify the follow-on potential, including direct lookalikes to Calibri. United are seeking a partner to fund this low-cost work program and become involved in unlocking what could be a truly transformative opportunity. In summary, Jamaica provides an exceptional exploration opportunity. On the Walton Morant license, we see strong evidence for a working petroleum system and material prospectivity. This is underpinned by favorable license terms, a supportive government, and the potential for a low initial outlay to unlock value in the tens of billions. The opportunity now exists to join United in completing the low-cost work program and be part of an exciting exploration journey with transformative potential. Should this exciting opportunity be of interest to you, please do get in touch using the contact details shown here. The United team can be contacted directly or through our marketing co-advisors, Envoy and EAG. Our team is ready to provide additional information to any interested parties. Thanks for listening.